In this video, we're going to go through eSUB's create and logs for documentation. Create is where you can enter an RFI, daily report, or other forms. First, let's select our project. This takes you to the project summary. At the top of the navigation, you have create and logs. They are parallel. Create is where you go to enter or create documents. And then once documents are created, logs is where you can go to either edit or send them out. The documents we have available for entering are daily reports, requests for information, change order requests, submittals, purchase orders, subcontracts, subcontract change orders, pay applications, drawing sets, equipment rental, and meeting minutes. We're going to start off by creating an RFI. We could always copy from one that is already done. In this case, we're going to fill one out from scratch. Since it is an RFI that we are generating, I'm going to let eSUB generate the number automatically for us so we don't have to put a custom number in. Here is where we will put the subject in of new door. Who we are sending to, we will pick from your available contacts. Who it is being returned to, we can include digital signatures. Is there an impact to our progress? Yes. Is there an impact to our costs? Yes. When we do need to hear back to mitigate delays, we can click the calendar. What activity is being affected? Site work. Drawing, details, specs, etc. Here's where we can reference other documents. Through eSUB's label manager, we can change any of these fields to better reflect the needs of our company. Here is where we'll ask the question, what size will the new door be? If you are worried about your spelling, you can check the ABC button next to every field. If we misspelled something, it will be noted in red. We can include a recommended solution. It is not a mandatory field as those are indicated in red. Lastly, we can link it to an issue on the job. As soon as the document has been saved, we can access it in the RFI log. All the logs are very similar. We can always open them in Excel or a printer version. We can also search by specific number, subject or answer, or even filter by status. Maybe we want to see just the pending RFIs. Let's switch it back to all. Now, we want to go through all the different action icons. The pencil will allow us to edit or revise. Edit can be used if we need to make a change. Revision will create R1, R2, and so forth. This will be the same for all other documents such as submittals, change orders, and so forth. The paperclip will allow us to attach anything to this document either for internal reference or to be sent along with it. We can pick any document from within eSUB, other file which you can source from our hard drive or other locations such as Dropbox, Google Drive, or even external integrations like BIM 360 or PlanGrid as well. Now this file attached will be stored on our server so it can be accessed from any location. We can click on the magnifying glass to view that file. Let's go back to our RFI log to continue going through the rest of our action items. The email icon is used to email the document through eSUB. The magnifying glass will let us view this document. This will allow us to download the document as PDF. This will allow us to add it to our calendar. This will allow us to void or approve the document. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what we've produced. Here's our RFI. This would be on your company letterhead. The digital signature would show up here as we selected it. Let's say that's good to go and email it out. So we will click on the email icon. It's already coming from who I've logged in as today, and it's already selected who we are sending it to. We can also select others. And here's the attachment. If we want to include it, we can select the checkbox. Now we click Send Email, and the RFI will be sent out. We now have a confirmation. We could always check back to the bottom of the page to see the last time we sent it out. When we go back to the log, we can see the dog ear on the corner. This confirms that it has been sent out and there is an attachment to it, but we are still waiting on the reply. The RFI communications are two-way, so let's take a look at what the other side receives in their inbox. So this is the RFI that I just received. You have received RFI number 4 on the Jefferson High School project. To view the RFI, please click here. We give them the ability to answer it right in your RFI. So we'll put that in here, and then we email both you and receiver a confirmation that it has been answered. That's all they will see in your system. Let's go back into our RFI log. We will just refresh and we can now see that it's been answered. That's just a general understanding of how eSUB enters and logs documentation.